The growth of the hit HBO series Game of Thrones has been on the topic for years, since its debut back in 2011. The award-winning show has been world-breaking, as it has recently gained the world record for most Emmy Awards for a fictional series as well as a drama series. As the show has an audience of more than 20 million, it is clearly living up to its reputation. With the show reaching its conclusion, there has been questions of what will happen after the series finishes. Fans of the show have been speculating a prequel, the Song of Ice and Fire series, as there's been rumors that's been floating around for some time. However, there's been ideas proposed by HBO recently to bring the series to life. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, HBO's network programming president, Casey Bloys, confirmed that George R.R. Martin has been working closely with the HBO team to discuss plans for a prequel series for Game of Thrones. Bloys explains that they're in the initial stages and throwing ideas of what the series could be about. He goes on saying, "There are areas we are exploring, but I wouldn't point to anyone and say, this is what we're going to do." While Bloys doesn't go far into detail about what storylines they are debating over, it is utterly interesting to theorize what the new series will be based on. George R.R. Martin constructed a significant amount of history that revolves around Westeros' kingdoms and the continent of Essos in the east. There are various novellas written by George R.R. Martin that are placed in the same universe as Game of Thrones, such as the Tales of Dunk and Egg, as well as a novel that shows untold history and an overview of many houses and their history, called The World of Ice and Fire. The Tales of Dunk and Egg take place 89 years before the events of the Song of Ice and Fire series. The ongoing novellas follow two adventurers that travel Westeros and find themselves in troubling events, one after another. As the stories don't relate to the original series, they are still a fantastic addition to this universe. It would also be nice to see Robert's rebellion and see how the Mad King Aerys Targaryen got to his condition. Who doesn't want to see more of Eddard Stark's story? The rise of Aegon the Conqueror would even be remarkable to see as well. We would see how Aegon became the first Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and the King of the Iron Throne, as well as how the Targaryen dynasty was founded. Although it hasn't been announced who would be composing this new series, as unfortunate as it is, the showrunners of Game of Thrones, David Benioff and Daniel Wise, announced at the Emmys of 2016 that they will not be returning for any Game of Thrones related series after the finale of the current series. They didn't explain why they aren't continuing, but it takes a lot of time and great effort to work on something such as Game of Thrones, although they seem to be leaving on a positive note. Overall, Game of Thrones has made quite an impact on the history of television. It'll be great to see a different look on the Game of Thrones universe, in addition to seeing some characters that were only discussed in the Song of Ice and Fire series. It'll also be quite interesting to see what the new series will be titled. Although Game of Thrones is concluding, this prequel will undoubtedly give the fans of the show something to look forward to. Thank you everyone for watching my video, and you can show your support by liking the video as it helps me decide what videos you guys like. If you guys want to see more on Game of Thrones, subscribe for more future videos on the series and much more. What story do you guys want to see in the prequel series? I'd like to see your guys' outlook on this. I know for myself I'm really eager to see what's to come. Have a great day friends, and I'll be seeing you soon.